Hey guys, welcome back to the stump. I'm back. I've got something new direct from Kubey. Pretty excited about it. I was really hoping for the, I think it's the KU220, but it's totally sold out right now. But we've got something just as cool. We've got the 219CF. And the 220 tie, hopefully we'll see that, really soon. But this is another one of Kubey's higher end. Man, I love Kubey's. I love that Kubey has, a budget-friendly line and a high-end line, but like the production values and the quality of knife is the same no matter what you get. It's just it's the materials and it's the packaging and it's the differences in the knife you get. But I mean the quality in terms of production and fit and finish and all that is the same, no matter whether you spend $20 on a knife or almost $200 on a knife. So of course with the Kubey higher end line, you get this cool multicam padded pouch, nice strong zipper and everything. There's two sides to it, so you technically could carry two knives in this pouch. You get a microfiber cloth, you get the Kubey card. What is it, sir?
Can I say hi?
Yes, you can say hi. The camera's over here. It's going to be very hard for you to put your face in there right now.
Hi.
There you go. So, now the more budget-friendly line just comes in kind of a box. But it's got a very nice weight to it. Oh, I'm loving that stone wash already. Just to open the package here, one of the last good Ravencrest knives that they ever sent out, the Ambassador. Wow. So we've got a do not eat, of course. I love this. This looks like the, okay, so there's a lot of carbon fiber knives, carbon fiber scales. A lot of them come with this very generic polished slab look. Take a look at that carbon fiber. That actually has the look of, and a lot of people might not know the difference between a personally done, like a custom carbon fiber look and just a quick production kind of carbon fiber look. I want to, you know what? I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to get another knife real quick. I got just a couple knives here. I was looking for another one, but it all is kind of indicative of the same thing. So this is like the standard when you get a carbon fiber scale, the look you're going to get on most of them. And it's a very generic, it's carbon fiber, it's real, right? And this is a Ganzo. But it's got that very, it's a nice polished carbon fiber look. It's really cool. But this right here, this is when you work with carbon fiber and you're like actually, this is what carbon fiber looks like without all like machining. Like, this actually almost has a hand done look. I love this. It's got a little texture to it. You can actually really see the grains in there. It's awesome. So this would, if you want the shiny look like this, you can polish this very, very easily. But I love the look of this, and I think it especially goes with the finish they have on the blade. So I brought these just to illustrate two, very common, affordable carbon fiber type knives, and just the difference. So we've got perfect centering, nice thickness on an EDC type blade, flipper obviously, stonewash finish on the clip, and all the hardware to match the blade, which is pretty awesome. I would have liked those a little bit more width on the scale right there, just so those screws didn't peek out so much. It's just a personal thing. Love the work on the pivot there though. I love the feel of the carbon fiber too, by the way, like unpolished, just ground carbon fiber has a feel. Has almost a texture to it. It's a little bit grippy. It's great. So as you can see, the clip is right hand tip up only, so that's going to affect our kind of utility practicality rating just a little tiny bit. But beautiful blade on bearings. Now Kubey has a thing for D2, and a lot of people don't like Chinese D2. They speculate about, is it really D2? How hard is it? This is another blade where Kubey is upgrading the steel to N690. I love N690 steel. This is a great steel, great corrosion resistance, great edge retention properties, and that stonewash finish is gorgeous. Take a look at it. Kind of a classic drop point blade there, flat ground all the way, with a little bit of a swedge, but well balanced, lightweight. And you know, I think some people would find that the handle is maybe a little bit thick in relation to the blade. I love that though. I think it gives you a real good grip, you know, something to really wrap your hand around. One thing I'm noticing is, you know, I think that when you have large hands, it does kind of cramp your style just a little bit, but it is still a comfortable knife. I'd like a little bit more handle space, a little more real estate there lengthwise, but the width is great. It really feels solid to hold on to. It's not one of those super skinny knives. And you know what, I can illustrate that again since I have it out here. This Kershaw is nice and long, lots of space to get my hands all the way down the length of the handle, but it's so skinny, it doesn't feel super natural. It doesn't have that nice oblong kind of shape to really fill out the palm. This is a perfect shape for that. And I wasn't planning to compare it to this. I just have it out here. Just so you know, I'm not trying to compare one to the other. I'm just showing the difference in thickness and shape. Really, really feels nice. Great jimping. Would have been cool if they extended it up a little bit, but really feels nice. Shallow, not too deep. I don't mean shallow in a bad way, but very effective. You know, when the light catches that carbon fiber just right too, it's just gorgeous. I love it. So liner lock, plenty of room to get your thumb in there and disengage. If you can see on one side, you've got some lightning drilled out there to lighten up your steel liner. Not on the lock side, but it's not that heavy anyway. We've got light switch, we've got push button, perfect detent all the way around. You're not going to be doing much choking up on this. Not a very big choil there. Enough for you to get sharpening done all the way down across the blade though. Really love the blade. It's actually, when you think about it, it's actually more spear point than drop point now that I think about it. But it's a great shape. And you know, I think with the non-polished G10, the non-polished carbon fiber, and that stonewash on the blade, it just, everything goes together perfect. Awesome. I love it. So let's again take a look at our fit and finish. Everything looks great. Inset liners look great. Barrel spacers look great. They're even done to match everything else, which is cool. Let's go ahead and do our lock test now. Let's check our lock up. And no lock travel. No stickiness at all. Still perfectly centered. And we've returned right back to where we were. Nothing there, no blade play. Love the blade on this. I think I've said it 20 times now already. Feels very natural. That clip, no bite in the hand at all. I guess we'll test the blade out. Little tiny, I don't know if you can see, I'm doing the little tiny, just do it closer, little teeny tiny slivers of paper. And just perfectly razor sharp. We'll do a pull through, which is the most minimal effort, you know, at all. Let's do a slice. Nothing at all. This thing is just Beautiful. I want to EDC this like really very much. Clip has some pretty strong retention. You've got that one little point. I imagine that with jeans or something where you have that kind of raised edge on your pocket, that might give you a little bit of trouble, but I think it'll break in relatively quickly. You know, it's not a very pointy flipper, so I don't see a lot of, you know, if you're gonna fidget play with this one, I don't see a lot of fatigue either on your thumb closing it or on your finger doing the flipper. It's actually a very comfortable flipper. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely will be carrying this one. In fact, I might even, you know, so they sent me a sample to review. I think I'm going to order a separate one too, just for, you know, I want to keep one that's kind of ages and wears naturally. I think I want to do one for a hard test. Like real, this kind of has the look on it I want to abuse and see how well it comes out. I really do. So I got to be honest, I was bummed when I couldn't get the 220 tie. Like, I really wanted to test that one. I wanted to review that one. And they said it was sold out, but they're sending me this. I'm thrilled with this knife. This is the kind of thing where if you're looking for something that is just a good EDC blade, you've got the blade shape, you've got the steel for it, you've got the function and mechanics, and you know, beautiful carbon fiber handle. It's really comfortable. But at the same time, if you want one that's also good looking, you know, you take it out of your pocket and it's one of those, hey, what is that? That looks good. That looks cool. It's got that too. Very, very nicely done. Great addition to their kind of higher end line. Very, very happy with it. Still want to see that 220 tie. Still want to get my hands on one, but awesome. So I guess let's talk about some ratings, huh? All right, so by the numbers of the rating system. Looking at this knife, starting with originality and departure from previous designs, there is some definite Kubey heritage in this design that I see. There's something to the back shape of the handle there. I just kind of, I could see Kubey here, which is not always a bad thing, guys. It's not, you know, sometimes you want to be able to like recognize where a knife comes from. But however, there are some very distinct differences too. The new steel they're using, I don't want to call it unfinished in a bad way, but like the raw look of carbon fiber and everything in that really beautiful stonewash. So there's some things that really set it apart too. So I'm going to give it a 4 in that category. I think it's really nice looking. It's got some familiarity, but also a nice departure. Fit and finish, we're going to go with a 4.5. There's a couple areas here and there, like I said, these little screws, I'd love it if either they were slightly smaller or they didn't kind of, you know, stick out maybe. A little less contouring right there with the scales, little bit of sticking out of the line. Just, I mean, the tiniest. I'm really nitpicking right here, but almost perfect fit and finish. A couple little things I personally would change, but I mean, just great look overall. For function and mechanics, there's no qualms here at all. It gets a 5. Awesome flipping, no matter how you like to do it. Great feel, great bearings, not super loose, not too tight. I mean, it is just a great, well done knife. Practicality and utility, we'll take a little hit here. We'll give it a 4. Great blade for EDC, great size for EDC, great design on the handle for comfort. It does lose a little bit of point for the limitation on hand size there, and also for no clip maneuverability, but overall pretty good. Production out of the box standards, of course, gets a 5. This thing is ready to go, ready to slice, dice, do whatever you need it to do work-wise right out of the box. And of course, you know, look at that shiny, beautiful edge. Comfort and feel, also, again, going to give it a 4. Really like what's going on there. Would love to have just a little bit space for the bigger hands, but it's, you know, I don't see a lot of contouring and designing specifically for comfort, but it you know, it is a very comfortable knife overall. So I feel good giving it a 4. For the cool factor, also going to give it a 4. It's just, again, no dramatic design elements, no craziness to it, but it's definitely a conversation starter, just the look of it. The carbon fiber, the milling out in the carbon fiber, the finish. It has features and looks that, make it look like a more expensive knife than it is. So, cool factor. Quality of materials, gonna give it a 4.5. There is very little step up that you would do to this to improve it. Clip is a titanium clip. Great steel. Yeah, you can improve the steel. I mean, in quotes, improve the steel. You could maybe swap out this beautiful carbon fiber for titanium, but there's very little room in my mind to improve the materials on this knife. Value of ownership and collectability. This is, of course, where it's going to take a little bit of a hit. As a knife goes, it's full production, all right? Not mid-tech, not custom. So, collectability-wise, it takes a little bit of a hit there. It's priced, I want to say reasonably. I know it's out of the range for a lot of people at $122, $123. It is. But it is also, for the materials you're getting, for the design you're getting, it is a good price for what you got. So I mean, it is going to be purchased a lot. Its collectability is not going to be there. Now, I think it's worth owning for sure. And this is a category. I'm thinking of splitting this up: value of ownership and collectability. I think we need to make them two separate categories. And going forward, I think this would be a great knife, a great addition to an EDC lineup. And from the feel of it, like I said, I want to get a second one and really use it in a hard use kind of scenario, and then compare how it holds up and what it is compared to one that just goes through standard EDC use. So definitely it's worth owning. But I'm going to give it a 3.5 in that combined category. Value to price ratio, I'm going to give it a 4.5. I think that for the materials you're getting, your titanium clip, your beautifully done carbon fiber, you are not welcome. Ew, god damn it, now I'm going to have to wash this. For that beautiful finish on the blade and the steel and everything, yeah, I think it's worth a little over 100. Definitely, it's less than 125. And here's the thing: if you don't have the money or don't want to spend that much money, you can get the regular Model 219, which still has a tie clip, still has N690 steel. Big difference is it doesn't have this really nice stonewash finish, but it has a satin finish N690 blade and brown or tan G10 scales for not quite half the price. But it's about $75, which is still, very, very worth it. So our overall total score is 43. Which means that the overall average score for this thing is 4.3. That's a great score. That's a great score. And, the only thing that would really bring it up, I really think, is that if it wasn't just a available to everybody production knife, I think we'd see it hit above 4.5 out of 5. But, it is widely available, so collectability is, That's really what's hammering it down there. This is I think a great knife. This is maybe one of my. This could take over as my favorite Kubey knife. Even more so than my favorite old Model 003 from way back when that you guys have seen so many times. So what do you guys think? Who's getting one? Looking forward to seeing what you guys think of this. You will find this on my Amazon influencer page under video reviewed knives and favorite folding knives, and you will find a link to that influencer page in the video description, along with all of the other cool links. Link to the Patreon page. I'm going to say this again, the next episode of Cooking with Doc P is coming up really soon, Patreon exclusive, and we're going to be doing some fun beef jerky stuff, and some other cool things, link to Facebook, Instagram, emails, and all that other stuff. People keep asking me. Yes, I am still in the process of shipping out giveaway prizes. Last time I checked, there's about 30 to go. I've sent 5 or 6 more of them out. If I could do them all in one big batch, I've spent almost $2,000 in shipping giveaway prizes. Overseas shipping is more expensive than you'd think. Sending a 1-pound box to the UK is about $25 to $30, depending on the size of the box. So I'm getting them done, guys. I'm getting them done. And the reason I don't respond to emails is because I file them away in a separate folder and just click them off as I send stuff. So sorry if you don't get responses to that. There's just so many emails. That's why. But all right. So love this knife. We're gonna look at some more stuff too. Hopefully we'll get that 220 tie-in any day now. As always, you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.